How you doing? You drinking? I'm drinking. Okay, anyways, I've decided to record myself making food. That's about as big of an introduction as you're going to get to this. And today I am making tofu, because tofu's fucking baller, and coleslaw, because coleslaw is also pretty fucking baller. So right now I'm just chopping up some tofu, get it nice and ready, and I really didn't take out all the things I needed to take out, so I'm not sure why I'm recording. I will probably pause this. Well, that's okay. You don't really want to be watching it. I probably don't want to be recording it, but it's happening and we're in this together. So let's just enjoy. I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm back. You didn't really need to know that because you weren't aware that I was actually gone. So yes, back to it. I am making fried tofu and coleslaw, but I'm putting a little bit of a zip to it. I'm gonna put some sesame oil in that shit, some ginger, because ginger's fucking magic, and like a bunch of fun herbs from my garden. I just planted some cilantro, so it's like this measly, sad little bit of cilantro that I'm going to sacrifice for this, because I kind of want it to flourish and grow and shit, and I feel like if I cut it all off at this stage, it's just going to get really sad and die, because I would probably get really sad and die if somebody cut off my limbs, but not necessarily. I mean, it's cool. You can totally live without limbs. People do it all the time. They're fucking awesome. Okay, so I've already, as I showed you, chopped up some cabbage. It's like this fun red crap. I'm choosing this one because it's the only thing I had in my fridge, and it looks pretty. So why the hell not? I also threw in, just for like texture and color and crap, which is going to be funny because it's just going to turn pink when it's with the cabbage. But I grew some zucchini, so this is a little bit of chopped up zucchini, just kind of sad, that's okay. All right, and of course I'm also going to throw in some carrots, which I am currently grating. I'm gonna say it's a solid B. They are nice, they're small, but flavorful. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a B. What else? I've already chopped up the tofu because I wanted to prep and crap, so I did that. Yeah. Anyways, just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for a while. Gonna watch me do this. Yeah, that's a solid A right there. Okay, I've got more. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of it. I'll do some of it. So I'm gonna try something a little different with the tofu today. I usually just like fry it. I did press it earlier, so it is not super moist. It's still a little moist. It is so hard for me to press tofu. I don't know how people do it to a point where it's like actually dry. But it is recommended that you try to press all the moisture out. So that I already done earlier. I have this kind of rockin' huge cutting board, and it's really heavy, so I used that. Okay, I've got some beautiful carrots. I got them from the farmer's market, which always makes me feel really fucking fancy. Like, ooh, I get to meet the person who grew this. Versus like going to the grocery store and buying carrots for the same price. But at the grocery store where I don't get to meet the person who grew it, or the person who's working for the person who grew it, I don't really know. Okay, so like things creamy. Creamy is wonderful. You don't have to like things creamy. I don't really give a shit. But I am going to make a fun dressing on something creamy. So that means I'm going to use the magic of mayo. It is magical. It's wonderful. It's like oil and eggs. I love mayo with eggs. It seems awfully redundant, but also super delicious, and it kind of feels like you're just eating one thing. One thing that's kind of creamy. Okay, I have no idea how much of anything I'm supposed to be adding. I'm just gonna throw some shit together and hopefully it tastes good. So why don't I start with like it looks disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Mayo is not beautiful. It tastes beautiful, but it's really hideous. So, bear with me. Bears. I saw a bear the other day. So I live in a city where there are actual legitimate bears running through the fucking downtown. And it's not a small city. It's actually like really vast, but not super well populated. And my friend and I were walking her dog, and a bear ran down my street, and then turned on a different street. So that was really exciting, but also terrifying. It did kind of look like a big shaggy dog, but it wasn't. And I'm both happy it was relatively far away so that I didn't have to see it, but like up close, because that's really scary, but also kind of bummed because I wanted to see it up close. Okay, so we got mayo, and then I'm gonna throw some tamari in because soy sauce is magic. I'm just gonna eyeball, like, capful. A little more. Cap and a half full, you know, really specific. Oh, it's looking very brown. And then to this, I am going to throw in some sesame oil. It really doesn't matter what kind of sesame oil, I don't think. This is just gonna, I drizzled a little, 3-second drizzle. Smells good. Okay. And to that, I am going to throw in a little bit of apple cider vinegar because I like it kind of tangy. I think that might be nice. So I'm just doing another capful. This is a much smaller cap. Okay. Will it taste good? We'll see. That's okay. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. And because I like it spicy, I'm going to throw in some sriracha. Also, so gross, but that's okay. I'm doing like teaspoon, I guess, of sriracha. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Throw some shit together. Eat it. Make your own food. It's great. And then a little bit of garlic powder. Don't do garlic salt. Do garlic powder. Garlic salt is really salty, and you're just going to have super salty dressing, unless you're really into that. And I love salt, but you know. Some people do throw in something sweet in here. I don't really like sweet dressings, so I'm not going to do that. I feel like I didn't make enough. I mean, I'm gonna have to pour a lot more. Okay, okay. Back up. Wait a second, okay? Give me a minute. Relax, do a little dance. Do whatever you need to do. Just ignore me when I do this. That drawer stinks. some crap. Ginger. I love ginger. Ginger is wonderful. And I am going to just grate some ginger in here. Like, I'm gonna do a lot because I really like ginger. It's nice and it's spicy and it's refreshing. And if you don't like it, then go fuck yourself. I mean, probably a compliment, right? Fucking yourself. I'm gonna taste it. Yeah, that's nice. Not spicy enough, so I'm gonna like throw in a bunch more of this. It is really salty though. I feel like a cap and a half was a little much. I'm gonna do more ginger. Never have enough ginger. Ginger. Nom nom nom. Okay. And I'm gonna throw in a bit more mayo because I will need it for sure. This is not enough for the amount of cabbage and stuff that I have. So I'm doing another delicious. You love it. Okay. Gross. So gross. Keep this around. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of that spoon, but oh well. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. So I'm going to put in a bit more apple cider vinegar. Another cupful. That may have been too much, but that's okay. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's food. It will come out in the same form. I'm going to do a bit more of the sesame. Yeah. Like, oh, it's so good. Sesame. Okay. Okay. So, a bit more garlic. Yeah, garlic. I have almost no counter space because I just have like a ton of garden tomatoes just like hanging out, waiting to be eaten. Just patiently just going, Mama, I want you to eat me. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up my herbs, my herby herbs. Do it nice and thin. I'm not putting any regular onion other than my chives because I've got so many chives in this garden of mine. Just an overabundance. I actually had to pull out when I moved in. The entire garden was chives. That's all they had. So I had to pull all of them out, or not all of them, pull out 90% of them, and the 10% that is left is still like way too many chives for one household to ever consume. Okay, they're pretty and they're delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna throw my herbs in, and then I'm just gonna make this easy on myself and chop the chives up like this. So, how was your day? Did you have a good day? I mean, I'm recording this during a global pandemic, so I feel like the answer is no. And if it's yes, you're probably lying. But wear a mask. Stay safe. Don't make out with strangers. Don't be a dick. You know, all the good stuff. Don't drink other people's drinks. I've had this roommate that really, I mean, we were young. We were going out on like a Wednesday night, getting drunk. It's a Tuesday. I'm drinking wine. And he didn't really want to buy his own drinks. So he just waited for people to walk away, and then he just grabbed their drink. And it was what it was. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix this shit. And first I'm just gonna mix it by hand so it's all together and stuff. I'm getting those herbies in there. It's really pretty. It is pretty. I'm garbage at chopping, so it's weird and misshapen and lumpy, but again, who cares? I most certainly do not. Okay, so I'm gonna now pour in my dressing. Right, this is was about half a cup of dressing. It's probably still not 100% enough, but less is more. I can always add more. So this is good. This is good. Yeah, it's getting nice and creamy. So, if you hate mayo, then, you know, get the fuck out. But also, if you hate mayo, that's okay. You can just omit it. Put something else in there. But, you know, the ginger's kind of a must. Unless you hate it, then who cares? Don't put it in there. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's awesome. I'm very pleased. Okay. So, I wish I had more cilantro. I do. I really should have bought multiple plants at this stage, because I can eat cilantro for days. It's just a really wonderful plant, and it makes me really happy. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for now. I'm still here, I promise. I didn't leave you. I'm back. Okay, I need more alcohol. So I have some cornstarch on this cool plate. So it's like a seafood plate. I don't know what this material is called. I don't really need to know what this material is called. But it's old as fuck. So I moved to this country in 93, at the start of 93. And it is from my parents' house back then. So it is like from the 80s. Which is awesome. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm literally winging it. So I'm just like coating it. Coat that tofu. I didn't do anything to the tofu other than get rid of some moisture from it. There's still enough moisture that it really just eats it up. What I don't see here that I really like cooking with in Poland is potato starch. Like I don't think I've ever seen potato starch at the grocery store in Canada, but I also haven't looked that hard. So if I had potato starch, I'd probably be using that. Put a bit of an Eastern European spin on this, but yeah. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to heat up some oil. And I use olive oil for everything. And that's okay. Because I know people don't always like it. They say it has a flavor, so they suggest you use a neutral tasting oil. Maybe it's because I'm so used to it that I don't really taste it anymore when I'm cooking with it. But throw in a little bit more. You want a good amount. It is a bit of a waste. Like I will admit that maybe using slightly cheaper oil would be a better idea. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, don't do what I just did. I haven't actually heated that up yet properly. And I just put on some stuff. So yeah, just gonna wait. Alright, I'm hearing some sizzle. So good enough. I'm going to start throwing my little tofus. There, you can join me. Join me, my friend. It's just gonna be like weird and lopsided. That's okay. Hi. I'm putting it on. Making it crunchy. Crunchy surprise. Munchy so crunchy. I love tofu. Tofu is so good. I'm not a professional singer. I know. That is a surprise to everyone. I'm going to throw in more. There's not enough. It's like, you really do need to. Like, ideally, I guess I'd be deep frying these, but I won't. So it just seems like a massive waste of oil. Alright, we're coming back. Coming back. Okay. Alright, we're back. Hi. How are you? I keep asking you that. You still good? But yeah, so while that's cooking, I'm gonna make yet another sauce because why not? And this one is going to be really similar. It's just gonna be what I'm gonna drizzle on top of the tofu. So I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of tamari. Don't need much at this stage. Throw in a little bit of the sriracha. And a little bit of sesame oil. And that's about it. And it's going to be a nice little thing. Drizzle on top. Oh, no. Ginger. Of course. God. What was I thinking? Forgive me. I thought I saw someone. Glasses are filthy. More ginger. More. Okay. So now we wait. Hi, again. You also didn't know that I was gone for a long time. Took a long time. But it's better than just watching me do nothing / drink a lot of wine and do my dishes, because clean while you cook. It's my one tip. Otherwise, live your life however the hell you want to live your life. It's your fucking business. But if you clean while you cook, it makes it so much easier to just relax and eat your food. Okay, so I've got a bit of a plating thing happening. It's not going to be pretty. It doesn't really matter. Put some nice chives on that. On the tofu. Chives are delicious. And I'm going to drizzle my... There we go. All right. So, ta-da! see this. Congratulations! You did it! I did it with you. We're bonded. We're besties. I'm really happy that you're in with me this. Yeah. So, I'm gonna eat my dinner. And, oh yeah, I'm Mila. But if you're watching this, you probably know, because why else would you be watching this if you weren't my friend? We're my friend. Please stay my friend. Okay.